It can be said that the Jewish people are a nation with an extraordinarily unique fate. They are mentioned many times in the Bible as the people chosen by God, and they are widely considered among the most intelligent groups in the world. Yet, throughout their existence, they have also endured countless tragedies, oppression, massacres, exile, and dispersion across many lands. Despite all of this, Jewish history and culture carry a remarkable resilience, becoming a source of fascination and scholarly research for generations. In the previous video, we explored the origins of the Palestinian people. So today, based on what we have learned, let us follow 5 minutes only to uncover the origins of the Jews, the historical tragedies they endured, and the issues they still face today. Before we begin, a small note. The amount of literature written about the Jewish people is enormous. Therefore, this video presents a summarized and condensed version of the key ideas. If anything is missing, please understand. The origin of the name Israel. The term Holy Scriptures refers to sacred writings of several religions that trace their roots to Abraham. Both Judaism and Christianity refer to their sacred texts as the Bible. Jews call theirs the Tanakh, consisting of 24 books divided into law, prophets, and writings. While the Tanakh is a major historical source, it is not the earliest mention of Israel. The earliest known reference to Israel appears on the Merneptah stele, dated to around 1200 to 1209 BCE. This artifact from ancient Egypt, carved during the reign of Pharaoh Merneptah, mentions Israel in hieroglyphic form, not as a territory but as a group of people living in the central Palestinian highlands or the Samaria region. In the Hebrew Bible, the term Israelites refers to the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel, who were the sons of Jacob, later named Israel. Their descendants, along with converts who worshipped Yahweh, became known collectively as Israel. Meanwhile, the term Jew, Hebrew Yehudi, originally referred to those from the tribe of Judah and later expanded as the kingdom of Judah absorbed remnants of the northern tribes. Over time, this evolved into the identity of the Jewish people. In Jewish law texts such as the Mishnah and Gemara, the term Jew is rarely used. Instead, the phrase, the people of Israel, is preferred. The Samaritans, another ancient community from the same region, never called themselves Jews. They called themselves Israelites or Samaritans. The emergence of a chosen people. Jewish history cannot be separated from their religious origins. Faith and ancestry are two pillars that preserve their identity through thousands of years of displacement. 1. Origins of their faith. The Jewish people descend from the ancient Hebrews, who appeared in the Middle East around 4,000 years ago. According to tradition, both Jews and Arabs trace their lineage back to Abraham. The Bible recounts, God created the earth, then created Adam and Eve. Their descendants included Noah. Noah's eldest son, Shem, became the ancestor of the Semitic peoples. From the line of Shem came Abraham. Abraham originally lived in Ur of Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, Turkey, then journeyed, guided by divine command, to Canaan, today's Palestine, Israel, Jordan, around 2000 BCE. From his family grew a clan, then a tribe, and eventually an entire nation rooted in Canaan. 2. Two lineages, Jewish and Arab. According to both the Bible and the Quran, Abraham's wife Sarah could not conceive for many years. Abraham took Hagar as a second wife who bore Ishmael. Sarah later gave birth to Isaac. Due to conflict, Hagar and Ishmael were sent away. The Quran states that Ishmael traveled to Mecca, where his descendants developed into the Arab people and eventually the followers of Islam. Meanwhile, Isaac's descendants remained in Canaan, becoming the ancestors of the Hebrews, Israelites, Jews. Thus, Jews and Arabs are considered distant relatives, though their histories later diverged with hostility lasting through centuries. 3. From Jacob to Israel. After Abraham and Isaac came Isaac's son Jacob, who had 12 sons, the founders of the 12 tribes of Israel. The name Israel originates from Jacob, who, according to Scripture, wrestled with a mysterious figure believed to be God. Afterward, God blessed him and renamed him Israel, meaning one who struggles with God. From these roots emerged three of the world's major religions: Judaism, 1500 BCE, Christianity, 1st century CE, Islam, 7th century CE. Each built upon the spiritual heritage of Abraham and the land of Canaan. Canaan, a crossroads of civilizations. Canaan, modern Palestine, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, lies at the intersection of Asia, Africa, and Europe. Many scholars believe early humans migrated from Africa to Eurasia through this land. Because of its strategic position, it was repeatedly contested by powerful empires. It was both a blessing, fertile, connected to trade routes, and a curse, constant wars. Ancestors of both Jews and Palestinians lived in and passed through this region. Many scholars suggest that the early Israelites were a mix of Canaanite inhabitants and migrating groups such as the Habiru or Shasu. Over time, they developed Hebrew language and worship of Yahweh, a 4,000-year turbulent history. Throughout the second millennium BCE, Canaan fell under the influence of Egypt and Mesopotamian powers such as Babylon and Assyria. One migration to Egypt, 400 years. Around 1700 BCE, during Jacob's lifetime, famine struck Canaan. The Hebrews migrated to Egypt, then a prosperous empire. What began as a temporary refuge lasted nearly 400 years. As they grew in number, Egyptian rulers began to fear their expansion and eventually enslaved them. Though Egyptian texts do not mention this explicitly, Jewish tradition preserves this history. 2. Moses and the Exodus. During this period of enslavement, Moses emerged as a leader. Around the 13th–14th century BCE, he led the Jews in the Exodus, leaving Egypt and returning to Canaan. There they lived among Phoenicians, Arabs, and other Semitic groups. Around 1175 BCE, the Philistines arrived and settled along the southern coast, believed by some to be early ancestors of today's Palestinians. Initially, Israelite society was tribal, agricultural, and relatively egalitarian. They had no king. Tribal elders and divine laws governed them. From tribes to kingdom and collapse, the first kingdom arose around 1040 BCE, with Saul as the first king, followed by David, then Solomon. Solomon's reign marked prosperity in the construction of the first temple. After his death, the kingdom split, Israel in the north, Judah in the south. In 720 BCE, Assyria destroyed the northern kingdom. The 10 lost tribes disappeared. In 586 BCE, Babylon destroyed the southern kingdom, destroyed the first temple, and exiled the Jews. This marked the first exile. The Second Temple period. In 538 BCE, the Persian Empire conquered Babylon. Cyrus the Great allowed Jews to return to Jerusalem. They rebuilt the Second Temple around 515 BCE. Later, the region came under Greek rule under Alexander the Great, then the Seleucids. When Seleucid rulers suppressed Judaism, the Maccabean revolt succeeded, leading to the Hasmonean dynasty 164–63 BCE. Rome and the 2,000-year diaspora. Rome gradually conquered the region. Harsh taxation and religious restrictions led to revolts. In 70 CE, Rome destroyed Jerusalem and the Second Temple. Thousands were killed or enslaved. The rest were dispersed across the empire. This marked the Second Exile, beginning nearly 2,000 years of Jewish diaspora. The region then passed through Byzantine, Arab, Crusader, Mamluk, Ottoman, and British rule before the establishment of modern Israel in 1948. Anti-Semitism, a long, dark history. Jews faced discrimination for centuries. Scholars identify several phases of anti-Semitism: ancient ethnic-based hostility, Christian religious anti-Semitism, Islamic-era discrimination in some periods, economic-based resentment. Racial anti-Semitism in the 19th–20th centuries. The darkest moment came in the 20th century. 6 million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust under Nazi Germany. Laws such as the Nuremberg Laws stripped Jews of civil rights, and concentration camps became killing centers. The Holocaust remains one of humanity's most horrific atrocities. Jewish influence in modern economy and politics. Despite being a small minority, Jews excel in finance, science, and technology. In the U.S., more than 6 million Jews, about 2% of the population, hold enormous influence. Notable Jewish billionaires include Larry Ellison, Oracle; Sergey Brin and Larry Page, Google; Michael Bloomberg, Mark Zuckerberg. In U.S. economic policy, several Federal Reserve chairs, Alan Greenspan, Ben Bernanke, Janet Yellen, were Jewish. This has led to the saying, "America's money lies in Jewish hands." Israel and Palestine. A complex present history shows that neither Jews nor Arabs exclusively and continuously owned the land of Palestine throughout ancient times. Palestine originally referred to a geographic region, not a specific ethnicity. Before 1948, the area was a mixed land with Jews, Christians, Muslims, and others. After Israel was established, the majority Arab population began asserting their right to self-determination, using the name Palestinians. Thus, today's conflict is a combination of religion, history, political identity, territory, international influence, and the region remains one of the most unstable in the world.